This podcast is a production of the Three Ranger Bros Studios, in association with Zio to Hero, the podcast.
Hello everybody and welcome to Tiger Tales, a place you'll find stories and fanfictions written and read to you by your host, me, Tai Tiger. Today we're diving back into Power Rangers Universe 113, and the very first story I ever uploaded, Tiger Tales, Power Rangers Future Foundation. In the last several chapters, our team has been shot across the multiverse after CJ was playing around with the dimensional jumper device that Mark the Cornish Ranger gave to Dante. Well, what's happened to Xander, the one ranger in Universe 113 that didn't go anywhere? He's just been left alone in Universe 113. So let's find out what's been going on with Xander.
Welcome to Universe 113, a place where an old evil has continued its quest for ultimate power, starting by kidnapping previous rangers and stealing their powers. But not all is lost, as a new generation of rangers is born, bringing new life to the legendary powers that came before them. They are the new heroes of Earth. They are Power Rangers Future Foundation.
Power Rangers Future Foundation, Chapter 36, Xander Alone, in Universe 113. Xander stood outside of the dojo, watching the sunrise, the day before the dimensional jumper exploded and his friends all disappeared. Xander felt lost. He felt angry. Xander was very confused. Adam walked out and placed his hand on Xander's shoulder. I found something. Not exactly our friends, but it might be worthwhile, Adam said. Xander nodded and followed Adam into the dojo, and upstairs into the apartment above. Adam showed Xander CJ's monitor.
I see a map covered in red dots. So what?
Xander mumbled. I searched for rangers across the globe. None of the original rangers are active, so they are all next generation, somehow. Isn't Dante trying to recruit everybody? Adam asked.
You think each one of them is a Power Ranger?
Xander asked him. Yep, so far, and I'm sending you out to this one, in Blessington, Adam stated, pointing at the screen.
But we have to find Dante and the others.
Xander barked, tripping over his words. Yes, and I'm working on that, Adam replied.
Oh yeah? How?
Xander barked cockily. Suddenly, a portal opened and a purple ranger walked out, and the portal closed behind her. The ranger demorphed. Xander, this is Aisha, technically the 9th Ultra Ranger from Universe 19. She has been away on a mission, but she's offered to help us out, Adam explained. Hello, Xander. Nice to meet you, Aisha said with a smile.
How is another Ultra Ranger gonna help?
Xander huffed. Well, the device was a dimensional and universal jumper. I think maybe if they aren't here, they have been shot across universes. Aisha literally does this on a daily basis, so she's our best shot, Adam explained.
Why can't I stay here?
Xander asked. Because I know you, and I know you'll drive yourself insane. Go stretch your muscles, find the ranger in Blessington, and keep yourself busy, Adam ordered.
Yeah, whatever. I have a contact in Blessington. I can go see her. Start there.
Xander sighed. Good, thank you. Aisha will go find our friends. She has many contacts in the multiverse. I'll stay here and access my alpha unit to see if I can do anything, Adam said. Xander, I know this is hard, but I work fast. I promise I'll get your friends home if they are in the multiverse, Aisha said. Thanks, babe, Adam smiled.
Babe? You two are a thing?
Xander asked with a raised eyebrow. None of your business, but yes, Adam chuckled.
I best head to Blessington.
Xander sighed with a roll with his eye. Then he walked past the two Ultra Rangers and headed out of the dojo.
Calling all seekers of the supernatural, all those drawn to the unknown. I am Cosplay 637, and I'm here to introduce you to the podcast that will redefine your understanding of the extraordinary. Welcome to The Order, the podcast. existing inside the Order, there is the legend of the Chosen One. Join Eric Von Connors, a half-vampire, half-angel, alongside his remarkable team, Van Helsing, Bella Helsing, and Tasha Wolfsbane. Together, they defend the world from the forces of evil while trying to lead somewhat normal lives. Why should you tune in? Because The Order is not just a podcast. It's an immersive journey into a world where supernatural beings, ancient prophecies, and everyday struggle coexist. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast platform. Search for The Order, the podcast, and join me, Cosplay Dude 637, as we unravel the mysteries, explore the extraordinary, and embark on a supernatural adventure like none other. Again, that is The Order, the podcast, where the extraordinary becomes the everyday. Subscribe, share, and let the journey into the unknown begin. Happy listening.
Xander walked through Blessington, keeping a look out for any random or unusual behaviour. He was hoping the ranger in Blessington would jump out and save the day if a monster would just start causing some mayhem. Suddenly, Xander could see a ranger and a monster fighting in the distance, over by the fountain.
I was itching for a fight.
Xander sighed. Xander ran into the mix and stood before the monster and ranger as the ranger stood to her feet and stood next to Xander. "Guy, you need to get out of here," the ranger barked. Xander looked at the ranger and recognized the helmet, the suit, and the color.
I didn't know the Cyberforce was still around.
Xander chuckled. "Actually, this is technically my first time fighting a monster," the yellow Cyberforce ranger sighed. Xander looked at the Cyberforce ranger up and down, then chuckled to himself.
Seems like I found my ranger.
Xander chuckled. "You are looking for me?" the yellow ranger asked.
Talk later. Beat ugly freak first.
Xander stated. Xander turned to the monster, who stood there growling. "You talking about me?" the monster growled.
I give it 60 seconds before you're nothing but dust in the wind.
Xander chuckled. Then he held out his morpher.
White ranger power.
Xander called out, and then the White Ranger power coin appeared in the morpher as it opened, and in a flash of white light he morphed into the White Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. The White Ranger ran at the monster, slashed it 3 times with Saba, and then he jumped up and swung Saba down, making the monster stumble back. He then threw Saba in the air. Saba floated behind the monster and shot lasers into the monster's back before stumbling forward, allowing the White Ranger to uppercut the monster. The monster landed on the floor, and then he stood up slowly. "That was a bad idea," the monster grunted as it fell over and exploded. The White Ranger demorphed and walked up to the Cyberforce Ranger. Sorry," she blurted, then she demorphed. "Hi, my name's Ivy," the girl stated as she presented her hand.
Name's Xander.
Xander replied, shaking her hand. "So, you were looking for me?" Ivy asked.
I am trying to recruit rangers. Something big is happening. And us rangers gotta stick together.
Xander told her. "Oh, I see. I guess I'm the only Cyberforce Ranger around. I'm trying to find my sister," Ivy stated.
Let me guess. Your sister was a ranger?
Xander asked. "Yeah, Izzy Hart, yellow Cyberforce Ranger." Ivy nodded.
You wouldn't be related to a Kimberly, would you?
Xander asked. "Yeah, she's my cousin." Ivy grinned.
Yeah, I know her. She used to teach my sister martial arts.
Xander told her. "Wait, I know you. Aren't you Xander Newman?" Ivy asked him.
Yeah, that's me.
Xander replied. "Wow, so you have a robotic, Ivy trailed off.
You mean this?
Xander said, pulling up his sleeve, revealing his metallic arm. "Whoa, that's cool," Ivy gasped. Suddenly, a monster teleported in the park across the road, and Xander recognized it.
It's him? The bastard who destroyed Angel Grove?
Xander barked. Ivy turned to see the bulky monster stood there. "That's him? Whoa," Ivy gasped. Xander then turned to Ivy and pulled out a business card from his back pocket and handed it to her.
Listen, I need you to get as far away from here as possible. There is an engineer I know called Mel. She trained under Haley, the woman who gave your sister her powers, but she went nuts. Find her, tell her who you are, and tell her I sent you."
Xander demanded. Ivy looked at Xander, nodded slowly, and then she turned around and ran off. Xander turned his attention to Ursa, Luscon's brother. Xander ran across the road and into the park. He stood there, his lungs tight, his mouth dry, his vision forward and narrow, focused on the monster before him. "Do I know you?" Ursa growled.
"Do not mock me. I'm the guy who's going to destroy you."
Xander mocked. "And what have I done to deserve such violence?" Ursa growled.
"You destroyed Angel Grove. You killed my family. You gave me this."
Xander roared, revealing his robotic arm. "I know who you are, Xander. I was teasing you. I like watching my victims squirm." Ursa chuckled. Xander roared as loud as he could and ran at Ursa. He held out his morphin. In a flash of light, he morphed into the green Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. He jumped up and swung his foot out, but Ursa blocked the kick. Then Ursa slammed his fist into the Ranger. The Green Ranger was sent flying back, and he crashed on the ground. Ursa jumped up into the air, held his hands out, and an energy ball formed, and it grew into a gigantic sphere, and Ursa threw it. The Green Ranger jumped to his feet and tried to deflect it with the Dragon Dagger, but the pressure of the attack pushed the Green Ranger's feet into the ground, and the ball exploded. The Ranger screamed as he demorphed. Xander dropped to the floor. As he laid there grunting in pain, Ursa floated down to the ground and stood over Xander laughing. "You're so pathetic! Stupid boy!" Ursa chuckled. Xander tried to stand up, but Ursa stamped on his back, crushing him to the ground even more. "Hey! Why don't you pick on someone your own size?" a voice barked. Xander looked up and Ursa growled as he saw 7 people stood before him. "Oh, looky. Xander, back up," Ursa growled. "Name's Dante Securus, and I have a personal vendetta against your brother," Dante said with a smirk. "Oh, you're the little has-been," Ursa roared. "Yeah, and now he's got back up," Adam chirped. "Ultra Ranger," Ursa growled. "Make that too," Aisha snapped. Adam turned to Dante. "So, what's the move?" Adam asked. The move?" Dante asked back. "You're the leader here," Adam stated. Dante took a deep breath. "Luca, Amy, secure Xander. Get him out of here. Chloe, Aisha, cover the back. Leo, cover and fire. Adam, you're with me," Dante ordered. Everyone revealed their morphers. "Mastodon!" Dante called out as he held out his power morpher and morphed into the black Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Time Force! Luca called out as he pressed his morpher and morphed into the blue Time Force Power Ranger. "Dino Thunder, power up!" Chloe called out as she pressed her Dino Morpher and morphed into the yellow Dino Thunder Ranger. "Let's rock it, yo!" Amy called out as she pressed the code on her morpher and morphed into the pink in Space Ranger. "Wild Access!" Leo called out as he held out his morpher to his ear and morphed into the red Wild Force Ranger. "Cerberus!" Adam called out as he held out his morpher and morphed into the gold Ultra Ranger. "Harpy!" Aisha called out as she morphed into the purple Ultra Ranger. The 5 Power Rangers and 2 Ultra Rangers dropped into their fighting stances. The Red Ranger summoned his Lion Blaster and fired at Ursa. The Blue Ranger and Pink Ranger ran up to Xander and pulled him away from the battle. The purple Ultra Ranger and the yellow Power Ranger summoned their blasters and ran around the monster and started blasting Ursa from behind. The Black Ranger and the Gold Ranger ran at Ursa and both slammed their fists, smacking Ursa in the chest. Then the Gold Ranger kneed Ursa in the stomach before the Black Ranger summoned his power axe and slashed Ursa twice, then glided his leg across the ground and tripped the monster up. Then both Ultra Rangers ran up to Ursa and both kicked the monster before sending it flying. The Blue and Pink Ranger both joined in, and everyone pulled out their blasters and fired them at Ursa. Ursa stood there and took each blast. "Xander, when you're ready to face me, I will reappear, and I'll kick your ass every single time," Ursa chuckled. Then he phased away, disappearing from sight. Everyone demorphed and ran over to Xander.
"You guys are back. Thank God."
Xander sighed as he was pulled to his feet. "Yeah, man. We're sorry about that. Looks like we all went a bit on an adventure. CJ's back at the apartment as well." Dante nodded.
Okay, cool.
Xander sighed with relief. "Man, I have to tell you guys something," Luca chuckled. "Yeah, same here," Amy cheered. Come on, let's just all get home first, Dante noted. Then everyone teleported back to the dojo. Everyone sat around, and everyone took turns telling their tales. Dante told everyone that he met up with Mark the Cornish Ranger and Eric. They are now a team with other rangers fighting the Norse god Loki. Chloe told everyone she met another team of Cyberforce Rangers from a universe that mirrored Universe 19, Universe 91. Leo told everyone that he went to Universe 20, Mark's home universe, where he met a team of Ultra Rangers. The Wild Force Rangers managed to become Ultra Rangers. Leo also showed everyone the belt buckle that Universe 20's Cole gave to him. Amy told everyone that she wound up in Universe 19, but she did not meet the Ultra Rangers or the Cyberforce Rangers, nor did she meet the other Rangers there. Instead, she met a Kamen Rider Kiva, who had a mission of sending beings known as Fangires back to the Blood Realm. Luca told everyone in his time in Universe 35, where the Armada won and now rule the world. Only 2 Rangers exist who travel the world in search for the Ranger keys to win back their planet. CJ sat there and struggled to explain where she was. She remembered the white light and the silver morphing master. There was more to her tale, but she kept it to herself. Seems like we all got dragged through the ringer, Luca sighed. We are home now, and I guess we all have to be grateful to Adam and Aisha for that one, Dante noted. It was no biggie, honestly, Aisha shrugged. I didn't know Universe 19 had a purple Ultra Ranger, Amy said. The Silver Morphing Master asked Shinon for one of the Ultra Rangers' aid. There's a team of Rangers built from across universes, Rangers that don't have teams and stuff, but they need a mentor, as they've become like a task force for the multiverse, Aisha tried to explain. It's good to know that we have so many allies now, CJ said.
Well, I best be going,
Xander stated as he stood. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, Chloe said to him.
Actually, I think I need to head out for a while,
Xander replied. What does that mean? Luca asked.
I met one of the next generation Rangers, Cyberforce Yellow. Her older sister is the original one. Seems like CJ found a few, so I'm gonna go round up some of them whilst I look for Ursa and take that bastard down.
Xander told everyone. That's Luca's brother, the one that we just fought. But he's so strong, Leo stated.
I got to do this. That thing took my family and my home.
Xander barked. Hey man, if you need us, we're always here, Dante stated. He walked up to Xander and both of them hugged.
Yeah man, I'll see you guys soon,
Xander said with a small grin. He said his goodbyes to the Future Foundation team and left the dojo. And then he headed back to Blessington. There he found Mel, Haley's apprentice, and best friend, fixing up a car engine in her garage. Hey man, wanna explain why I had a Yellow Ranger pop in my apartment? Mel asked as Xander approached.
Sorry, I just need her safe and out of the way. Did you talk to her?
Xander asked. I did. Told her everything she needs to know. She's waiting for my call. I gathered you'd come back, Mel said with a sigh.
I kind of need someone in the background. The girl in the chair? You want to help?
Xander asked. Oh, I thought you'd never ask, Mel said mockingly. Mel led Xander back into her apartment. Xander explained his plan, and they walked into the apartment and they found a computer with a large screen. So, if you're after this Ursa dude, at the same time you're going to go around and, be some sort of hero? Sure, where do we start? Mel asked as she got comfy in front of her computer.
Here is a contact I have in Summer City. Her name is CJ. Get in contact with her. I will find Ivy and see if I can rope her into the Future Foundation.
Xander told her, handing her a piece of paper. Then Xander turned around and walked out of the apartment. In the land without time and space, William sat there in front of the Future Foundation chessboard, the new and improved chessboard. It was longer and wider. He moved Xander's chess piece one step forward and moved Ursa's chess piece one step forward as well. Time to expand, William chuckled to himself. His first chosen universe, his first set of champions were expanding and getting stronger, more powerful, and William was loving every moment of it. And thanks to CJ tinkering with the device, everyone had now met the other champions. Plus the Ultra Rangers were preparing to defend the universes once the champions were gone. William sighed, as he still had a lot of work to do. Suddenly, a white ball of light appeared next to him. "Hey William, I was just checking on you," said CJ. "Ah, CJ. Yes, I'm doing fine, thank you. And yourself?" William asked back. Good. And don't worry, I didn't tell anybody. I just said that I ran into the Silver Morphe Master," CJ told him. "Well, thank you." "Trust is earned, CJ, and you're doing a fabulous job," William replied. "Okay, well, I've got to go. I have to help Xander or something," CJ said, and then the white ball of light disappeared. William sat there and grinned. "Mistake? Maybe. But it's nice to have someone to talk to," William said with a grin. And there we have it, guys. Chapter 36. Our Universe 113 is expanding, and there's still more to come. That being said, make sure you check out the 3 Ranger Bros. We have Mark the Red Cornish Ranger and his podcast, Nurturing Comics, and Cosmated 637 and his podcast, Power Rangers Universe 19. Now, on both podcasts, you'll find stories of their Rangers and their Kamen Riders and all sorts of stuff expanding universes. Check out Xander as well. He's got Neek Talks and Myth Talks, I believe they're called, 2 podcasts which he's running, and they have different stuff. And he's now also working on his own Power Rangers universe story, which is linked to Legend of Zelda, which seems like a lot of fun. So make sure you check all that out as well. A big shout out to Zeo the Hero podcast and their community. A big shout out to If You Give It Out a podcast. A big shout out to The Author's Crown YouTube channel. Make sure you go check them out as well. Make sure you check out Tiger Tales The Lost Stories, Tiger Tales Game Over, and Tiger Tales Mysterious Origins. Everywhere you'll find more fanfictions and crossovers. There's a lot of stuff there, so make sure you go check them out as well. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and of course, I shall see you guys real soon.